Screen test of Diane Germany for the role of Gwen Stacy.
It's easy to feel hopeful on a beautiful day like today, but there are dark days ahead of us too. There will be days when you feel all alone, and that's when hope is needed the most. No matter how buried it gets or how lost you feel, you must promise me that you will hold on to hope. Keep it alive. We have to be greater than what we suffer. My wish for you is to become hope.
Screen test of Diane Germany for the role of Ebenezer Scrooge.
Before I draw nearer to that stone to which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of the things that will be, or are they shadows of things that may be only? Men's courses will foreshadow certain ends, to which, if persevered in, they must lead. But if the courses be departed from, the ends will change. Say it is thus with what you show me. Having tried out both parts, I think I'd feel a lot more confident doing the part of Scrooge. I know Scrooge very well, I've seen The Christmas Carol several times. I think I would be a lot more confident to do that one. I also feel there's a lot more voice variation I could use within that one and movement compared to Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, I definitely think I agree with you. I definitely think the Scrooge one probably does have more potential for voice variety throughout it, and also various actions and movements that you can sort of associate to different parts of it.
Yes, definitely. I feel the Gwen Stacy one is very much on a similar theme all the way through it as well, whereas there's far more that Scrooge is discussing different ways that I could then act out better.
Yeah, I definitely think I agree with you, and yeah, I can see your point, so yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so obviously this scene comes from towards near the end of A Christmas Carol, when the ghost of Christmas yet to come is showing Scrooge his future grave and things. So as the actor, how do you feel Scrooge sort of feels in this scene?
Certainly at the start of the scene he's very worried. He doesn't know if what he's seeing are things that will definitely happen, or are they things that he may be able to change. As the scene goes on, he starts becoming a lot more positive as he thinks that maybe things can change.
I definitely think I agree with you, because I think near the start he's obviously a bit worried where he is, what he's doing there. Then when he comes across the grave, I think in his head he sort of half knows that the grave probably is his, but he then also doesn't want to sort of admit it to himself. And then I think as it goes on, yeah, he definitely does realise that the spirits are trying to help him, and by listening to them, maybe he can be a better person. And then he's promising, obviously, to all of the spirits that have helped him, so throughout the course of A Christmas Carol, that he will uphold Christmas in his heart and, you know, keep it all the year, and then try and be a better person and help other people. Okay, so shall we go through some of the speech?
Yes.
Okay, so I think obviously for the first sentence, they're sort of saying it cautiously and with a bit of trepidation, and then kind of for the next sentence where they're asking the question, if sort of add some emphasis to the will and may, because they're kind of the biggest bits of that sentence.
Yes, definitely. I then think the next bit he's saying as much to himself as he is to the ghost, so I think that's more of an internal thought. How I'm going to say that bit?
Yeah, I agree, because I think it's sort of technically addressed to the ghost, but it is also more of his internal thoughts. But then obviously the said is thus is more pleading with the ghost directly.
Yes, definitely. Then the am I that man again is a question, because he's very concerned as to whether it is him.
Exactly, and also again sort of needs to, you know, be asked with kind of trepidation.
Yes. Then the no spirit, oh no, no spirit. Do you want that shouted, or do you want that more pleading?
I think sort of more kind of dramatically pleaded as opposed to sort of shouted.
Yeah. And then spirit hear me goes well together. The I'm not the man I was, or not the man I must have been, is more him saying that again as much to himself, and really emphasising that the point that he is not who he used to be.
Yes, definitely. And also his want to make sure that he's, you know, not past all hope.
Yes, definitely.
And I think obviously for the good spirit bit, he's kind of sounding thankful for the spirit's support, and sort of almost kind of friendly and understanding that they are definitely there to help him. But then the assure me bit bit is a bit more pleading as he's asking for reassurance that he definitely can change his life.
Yes, definitely.
And then the On a Christmas in My Heart is the sort of most positive bit of the scene, I think, where he's definitely assuring himself and all of the spirits that he will change and he will listen to their messages. But then, right, the end bit is a bit more, sort of whiny and sad again, as he's a bit cautious as to whether he definitely can change the writing on his stone.
Yeah, sort of pleading with the ghost right at the end to make sure it happens.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so are you alright to go through the movement?
Yes.
Okay, so at the start, if you want to sort of slowly approach a bit towards the gravestone, and then when you get to the question, if you sort of turn and obviously look at the ghost. And then I think obviously for the men's courses section, you're mostly just sort of get the ghost here and there and perhaps doing a bit of hand movement.
Yep, and I was going to sort of look more towards the stone because it's an internal
yes.
thought. Does that?
Yeah, that seems fine. And then obviously you need to sort of approach the grave and then read the name on it.
Yeah.
And then obviously for the Am I That Man Who Lay Upon the Bed, obviously you're at the grave, and then when it kind of gets to the no spirit, oh no bit, if you then want to kind of get on the kneel on the ground near the...
sort of pleading with the ghost.
Yes, exactly. And I think that sort of somewhat continues with getting a bit of like pleading hand gestures and things on the good spirit bit, and then when you get to the I will honour Christmas in my heart, if you don't want to stand up and look sort of proud and determined.
Yep, and look to the ghost.
Yes.
Yes.
But then obviously when it gets to the last line, if you then sort of want to crouch a bit, down again, kind of,
and look at the stone.
Defeated, and perhaps, and look at the stone and perhaps like clutch it or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Before I draw nearer to that stone to which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of things that will be, or are they shadows of things that may be only? Men's courses will foreshadow certain ends, to which, if persevered in, they must lead. But if the courses be departed from, the ends will change. Say it is thus with what you show me. Am I that man who lay upon the bed? No, Spirit! Oh, no! Spirit, hear me! I am not the man I was. I will not be the man I must have been but for this intercourse. Why show me this if I am past all hope? Good Spirit, your nature intercedes for me and pities me. Assure me I yet may change these shadows you have shown me by an altered life. I will honour Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past, the present and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. Oh, tell me I may sponge away the writing on this stone.